Guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante. Now we know the percentages, of people in academies or that play football and that actually make it to the top are very slim. Around 0.5, 0.4 of all participants in academy actually make it to Premier League football. So it's crazy. So in that regards, I saw an article. I can't remember the website, but I believe the person who created it took him some time. It was a parent. His son was a talented footballer, scouted by a lot of clubs in the region, and he wanted to know the best place for his son to get an education or have the best chance. And obviously, the information wasn't available, so he compiled his own based on the 86 Cat 1 to 3 Football League clubs around, in London, in England, London. I keep saying London, in England. And it came up with some fantastic from some fantastic reading. Now he compiled the list in regards to seeing the most productive clubs in regards to players that have come through their academy that are qualified to play for England, playing pro ball from the Premier League to League Two. Very much strict conditions, but yeah, Man United came first as predicted. They have a very strong academy, especially it's strong now, but it was definitely stronger collectively in the back in the days of Josh King, Lingard, and all of these players that went to the top at United, they're cool, but the ones that didn't, they're still having good careers at decent clubs. So yeah, no surprise Manchester United are there with 70 grads collectively, 18 in the league last year from whatever clubs we sourced them from. Arsenal, I believe, came second or so. We had 66, 9 in the Premier League, not quite Manchester United, but still fantastic regardless. Biggest clubs in the historically the biggest clubs in regards to them two sort of things in regards to them sort of things in the Premier League, bringing through kids, etc. So it's no surprise they're still there, and although both clubs aren't where they used to be, their philosophies of bringing through kids are paying dividends. Chelsea and Spurs were joint third on 58. Out of the top 10, surprisingly, Crewe, League Two club. For those who don't know, it's a little League Two club. No disrespect to Crewe fans. Rich tradition of bringing through players. A lot of their players get poached and gone to bigger clubs. Do you remember Nick Powell when he went to United? It didn't work out. Things like that. To be in the top 10 out of 86 clubs, to be in League 2 with limited resources, you have to hail up Crewe for that, man. I can't lie. To score ninth, that's a madness. I have to rate them. Charlton were there too in the top 10. You've got to hail up Charlton because several players come from Charlton. Arsenal poached players from youth sides of Charlton. So do other clubs all the time. And when you look at Lookman was having a mixed time at Everton. He went off to Everton. Joe Gomez making huge strides at Liverpool. John Joe Shelby's playing professional Premier League professional football for Newcastle. Obviously, Casey Palmer, technically he was poached from Chelsea, but technically come through Charlton initially, and he's on loan at Huddersfield, obviously from Chelsea, but you get the point. Harry Arter's obviously playing for Bournemouth. So yeah, man, you lot can go and check it yourselves, but that's amazing, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, man, I'm very proud of Charlton and Crewe, to be honest. I'm proud of my club, Arsenal, for scoring second. Manchester United are 30, I respect them for that. But I'm really, the highest praise has to go to Charlton and Crewe for that, to be honest with you. Limited resources compared to Arsenal and Man United. Sure, Arsenal and Man United's one's great, but the resources they have, they should be doing this. This is normal. Crewe, League Two club, price pressures. I'm pretty sure these guys' facilities are not a madness. I ain't looked, but I'm pretty sure it's not a madness. And they have to watch their pennies even more. To have that, you can't think it. In the top 10, I believe Everton and Hammers were the only other Premier League sides to make the top 10. So yeah, I believe the top 10 actually went Man United, I got it written down, Man United, Arsenal, Spurs and Chelsea joint, Everton, Hammers, Charlton, Crewe were 9th or something in there, Liverpool was there, Borough was there. City was 14th, and when you consider that City have an emerging, I think they've got a position where someone's in charge of emerging talents, where they keep a record of all the players that are on loan. We know City have a lot of key young players and good young players. You saw Foden and Diaz the other day play Champions League. They got a strong academy. They're recruiting young players. They've got a 40 scouts all over the world to see the progress of their players. Not only that, these same scouts that are watching their loan players over the world, they rotate. So if you're watching someone and I'm watching someone, we swap to get different opinions. To do all of these things and to only score 14th is concerning. Now about Pep Guardiola to change that, but it's gonna take some serious time. Even more concerning than the City one. Swansea are bottom. They were second from bottom out of the whole thing. Second from bottom. It's silly because Swansea, I don't know, man. That doesn't sit well with me. I know they brought through Mawson. I don't know if he came through the academy or not, but he's a young player that I think he actually came through Brentford. But he's a young player. Swansea have had some talented young players in their academy. I can't explain why they're doing this. To be honest with you, when you consider that they haven't got the money the other clubs have got, I'm very concerned as to why more pros, young pros at that club haven't been given a chance. Added to that, I told you in times of adversity like now, Paul Clement can't buy a win right now. Young players have something to play for, make something happen. To only have 2 grads, ridiculous. Cheltenham Town were last. They're great. They're Grad 1. Their League 2 club or whatever. So you have to you have to wonder how much is it cost effective for clubs like Cheltenham to do that, to only bring through 1 grad. They're a League 2 club. It costs around 500-600k to run an academy, and that's me taking a guess. And then there's all these other costs, and to only bring through have one in the pyramid playing. Is it really cost effective for these clubs? Now, I do believe every club should have an academy and should try to use their academy. But when the numbers are that telling, I don't know. Like I said, it was a very good article by the guy, and I really hope he found the right club for his kid, wherever in England he was, and he done his thing. To be honest, it was a very good article, and the data was very good. And yeah, man, it was a good article. I thought, let me just add my 2 pence and give you guys it. So yeah, man, DG, I'm out. There's not much more to say on that.